Urban Programmer here, back with another video. And in this video I will be talking about the easiest programming language to learn. So the easiest programming language to learn. So if you're just starting to program, you may wonder about this. You may have this question in mind. So this is mostly for beginners. It's not really for people who's already been programming. If you've already been programming, you should be alright. You shouldn't be worried about the easiest programming language to learn, because once you learn your first programming language, you're getting a grasp on the concept of programming. So it's not really a big deal, and as you move on to different programming language, it will just increase your understanding of the whole process of programming. And your second language should be it should get easier. It may be harder to learn your second language, or easier, but as you go on to like your third language, it'll eventually become easier, because it's basically the same concept, even with different languages, the way you program. So I will explain what I think is the easiest language to learn. So first you have C, the C programming language, which is basically it's computer. It's right above computer programming, which is basically just computer programming. Machine language is ones and zeros. It's binomial. So that's it's binomial, and that's the basic level of computer programming, machine language. And then you have C, which is like, I guess, like maybe one of the first official programming languages. Then you have C++, then you have Java, then you have C Sharp, you have also after C++ you also have Python, and you got some other programming language. So you got a different, you got also JavaScript, and some other ones. So when you're thinking about learning a first programming language, you're thinking about easy to write, easy to run, where you don't have to worry about a lot of stuff. I would say the easiest one would be Python, right here. Python, I believe, is the easiest programming language, and I say that because the syntax, for one, the syntax is not difficult to read. You don't have a lot of things you got to worry about as far as running it. It's running through like an interpreter. You don't have to worry about like a virtual machine, because the IDE you use for Python is basically just interpreting the language. So you don't have to worry about a lot of the compiling stuff. It's doing that behind the scenes. So basically, you just got to kind of write your code. And Python was built on C, the C programming language. And it's real easy to read, like human read. And now I'll show you some Python code. So this right here is a while loop in Python. As you can see, you got the variable boolean, you got a number. And with Python, you don't have to, like when you make a variable, you don't have to declare it as a string or an integer. You can just create the variable and make it equal to either like a string or a number, and then when it compiles, it will interpret it. That's how the language is built. And as you can see, basically this is just basic fundamental programming. How you do a while loop. This is in Python. Now I'm going to show you a while loop in Java. This is a while loop in Java. So as you can see, I have to designate the variable. Like, so here's the boolean variable running. It's the same type of while loop, but I have to say running. I have to make it. I have to put boolean before the variable, so it will know. So the Java interpreter will know what the variable's doing, what type of variable it is. Then we got an int variable, integer. So I got to put int before the variable name, and the same thing if I was to create a string. I will have to put string name urban programmer and that. And you gotta put. Then I gotta put a semicolon at the end, and then of course the rest of it's kind of similar. You got print, you got system out, you got a little different things as far as printing out whatever you're trying to print. But like I was saying, it's just like Java. Of course, Java is like my favorite programming language. It's my first one that I learned, so I love Java. But as you can see, it's not as simple to read, and it's you got this, you got public static void main, you got a lot of stuff going on. That for like a new person, you don't really know what this stuff is doing. Until you really learn programming, you know what everything is doing. You got string arguments. So if you're new and you're just starting and you want to learn a program and you want to learn how to program, I would suggest learning Python for ease. But you can learn any programming language for your first programming language. It doesn't matter. But just the easiest one I would have to say probably Python is. Java's real good too, but I think Python's probably easier. So like I said, if you just want to learn something easy and just kind of learn the concept of programming, Python is just real easy. As you can see, it's just easy to write. It's just easy to run. You can get like a IDE, like the Python IDE shell, and that's about it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to Urban Programmer. If you have any questions, you can guess try to get in touch with me some type of way, questions. But basically, the easiest programming language out there to learn, I think, is Python. And I'm out of here.